The Scouser was in the wars at Anfield and was ultimately forced to leave the pitch. A bump to the nose from an Osasuna player's knee saw rapid swelling take place. And with pre-season friendlies really not ranking high in importance, he was swiftly withdrawn. He took to Instagram following the match to update supporters of his condition, and it seems that he will be back in action soon. While Jones didn't provide any inside information on the nature of the injury he picked up, it doesn't seem as though he has picked up a serious one. If Liverpool sign a central midfielder this season, the local lad will not only have the incoming arrival to contend with but potentially Harvey Elliott as well. Jurgen Klopp has played the teenager in midfield this summer, and while it might have been done purely to get him on the ball in a bid to develop more, he's shown he can play there. Jones, however, acquitted himself brilliantly last term and is more than deserving of another opportunity to show why he should be the next Scouser to shine at Anfield. The 20-year-old scored and assisted 9 times last term and is valued at £27 million by Transfermarkt, which is a testament to the incredible work being done by the club's academy. It's most likely that the Reds' first-choice midfield trio will be Jordan Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago, while Naby Keita has shown once again why the club spent so much to sign him. If he and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain remain fit and the club signs a new midfielder, Jones is going to have an uphill battle on his hands to get regular minutes. However, if there is a player that deserves to stay at the club and fight for the badge, it's a player that has lived in the city his whole life. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool needs a centre-forward, and there isn't an 09 better suited to his style than Norwegian goal machine Erling Haaland. While every big club in Europe wants the 21-year-old, there are a number of barriers in place that will make it difficult for each club to sign him. Pep Guardiola has a dreadful relationship with Mino Raiola. Romelu Lukaku is set to join Chelsea, and so it's unlikely they'll go back for him, while Manchester United have depleted their funds signing Jadon Sancho. Liverpool, meanwhile, are yet to make any meaningful moves in the market for quite some time. And if FSG are going to splash the cash, they and Bayern Munich could be the favourites to sign him. Even then, until Bayern sell Robert Lewandowski, you would imagine, it's unlikely that Haaland would move to the Allianz Arena. Liverpool are quite similar to Bayern Munich, and with Hassan Salihamidzic confirming their interest in the forward to Sport 1, via Ronan Murphy, I believe the Reds could have an unobstructed run at the Norwegian. There is, of course, the small matter of the striker's reported €175 million release clause, which will drop to €75 million next summer when he is expected to leave Dortmund. If the Reds want to jump the queue, their best chance of signing him would be to agree a deal this summer, but given that Chelsea, with their superior financial power, gave up and turned to Lukaku, Liverpool might not stand a chance. However, if Liverpool can agree a deal wherein they sign the striker now for a major fee above the release clause he would be available at next summer, and essentially loan him back to Dortmund for another year, they could beat the likes of Bayern to Haaland. While Kylian Mbappe is available for free next summer as his contract with PSG runs out, there's no telling if he chooses Real Madrid over Liverpool, and if he does, Jurgen Klopp has to be ready to move for Haaland, as the Reds need to usher in the next generation of world-beating forwards at Anfield. Liverpool concluded their pre-season preparations with an entertaining friendly win over Osasuna on Monday. Takumi Minamino opened the scoring and Roberto Firmino scored twice as the Reds enjoyed a 3-1 win over the Spanish outfit. The match was the final run-out for Jurgen Klopp's side before they begin their Premier League campaign at promoted Norwich City on Saturday. But there was plenty that went unnoticed or under the radar during the 90 minutes at Anfield. With James Milner and Virgil van Dijk not involved and Jordan Henderson on the bench, Roberto Firmino was named skipper for the evening. But when the striker departed on the hour, the captain's armband went on a bit of a journey. The Brazilian passed it to his replacement, Thiago Alcantara, who then moved it on to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain before it ended up being worn by Divock Origi. The forward even kept the armband on when club captain Jordan Henderson later emerged. Fair to say Liverpool's players were reveling in the opportunity to play in front of a gleeful 40,000-plus crowd. And in the second half there was one moment that neatly encapsulated the mood. Ben Woodburn, again on from the bench, produced an outrageous backheel to find Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain inside the penalty area. The England man then executed a cheeky Rabona that would have snuck in at the far post were it not for a smart save by Osasuna goalkeeper Sergio Herrera. Few Liverpool players have had quite as encouraging a pre-season as Kostas Tsimikas, which has proven timely given the injury woes of Andy Robertson. But in between some fine passages of play, Tsimikas was seen exchanging angrily vigorous hand gestures at length with Chimia Villa after a tussle with Osasuna forward during the first half. The left-back also had a frank discussion with Reece Williams after Kike Garcia outsmarted the pair of them at the far post for Osasuna's late consolation. Tsimikas was then immediately substituted to a strong ovation from the Anfield crowd. Not a bad time to get off, to be fair. It was a big night for Cade Gordon, the 16-year-old making a surprise start in front of an appreciative home crowd. The youngster was determined to make the most of his opportunity with a lively display down the right flank that hinted at plenty of future promise. And he clearly isn't one to stand for too much nonsense either, as Osasuna defender Juan Cruz, after ruffling the winger's hair, having escaped censure for what appeared a foul on the teenager. Let's just say Gordon's immediate response wasn't "no problem, old chap."